This is not just the story of a woman. This is the story of a storm that swept through the halls of medicine and shattered the silence with the voice of purpose. Before Elizabeth Blackwell, there were no female doctors, no white coats for women, no scalpel in their hands. They were caretakers, not healers, assistants, not experts. But Elizabeth wasn't born to follow. She was born to change the world. She didn't just ask, "Why not me?" She asked, "Why not all of us?" This is her story. In the quiet town of Bristol, England, a girl named Elizabeth was born in 1821. She was curious, fearless, sharp. She asked more questions than her teachers could answer. Her father, Samuel Blackwell, believed in ideas that were dangerous for the time. He believed girls deserved education. When the family moved to America, tragedy struck. Elizabeth was only 11 when her father died. She watched her mother struggle. She began teaching to support her family. But behind those young eyes burned a fire the world had no idea how to contain. She read philosophy, science, poetry, and in every book, she searched for meaning. And then one day, she found it. In Kentucky, while teaching, Elizabeth met a woman on her deathbed. She was dying of uterine cancer, in pain, in silence. Through tears, she whispered something that would change Elizabeth forever. "I would have suffered less if a woman had treated me." That sentence, it wasn't a request. It was a challenge. Elizabeth didn't want to become a doctor because she liked blood. She wanted to become a doctor because women were dying without dignity. That day, she made a promise, not to herself, but to every woman who had ever suffered alone. She would do the impossible. She would become a doctor. She applied to 29 medical schools. Every single one said no. Some were polite. Most were cruel. It would be a monstrosity to let you in. No man will study beside a woman. You are not made for this. But Elizabeth was not made to be liked. She was made to be heard. Finally, one school, Geneva Medical College in New York, sent her an acceptance letter. Not because they believed in her, but because they thought it was a prank. The male students had voted as a joke to let her in. The joke was about to become history. She walked into the lecture hall. 150 male students turned to stare. Some laughed, some glared, some turned away. She sat alone, studied alone, ate alone, but she worked harder than all of them. Professors refused to let her see male patients. Some patients refused to be treated by a woman. But Elizabeth wasn't there for comfort. She was there for revolution. She learned anatomy from textbooks, practiced in her room at night, and when the final exams came, she didn't just pass. She ranked first in her class. On January 23, 1849, Elizabeth Blackwell became the first woman in America to receive a medical degree. But the world still wasn't ready. She traveled to Paris for advanced training. But they didn't let her practice surgery. Instead, she was made a midwife. One day, while treating a sick baby, a drop of infected fluid splashed into her left eye. She went blind in that eye. Her dreams of becoming a surgeon were destroyed. But she didn't give up. She returned to New York, determined to find her own way. No hospital would hire her, so she built her own. In 1857, Elizabeth opened the New York Infirmary for indigent women and children. It was the first hospital run by women. She trained women, hired women, healed women. She treated the poor for free, taught female doctors how to lead with compassion and courage. During the Civil War, she helped wounded soldiers. She trained nurses for battlefield care. She worked with Florence Nightingale. Together, they reshaped modern medicine. She wasn't just building a hospital. She was building a legacy. In 1869, she returned to England and co-founded the London School of Medicine for Women. It became a sanctuary for women who dared to dream. She became a professor, a mentor, a voice. She taught women not just how to heal, but how to rise. She once said, "None of us can know what we are capable of until we are tested." She never married. She never sought fame. She sought change. And she got it. Elizabeth Blackwell passed away in 1910. But she never really died. She lives on in every woman who walks into a hospital wearing a white coat. In every little girl who plays doctor and isn't told to stop. In every mother treated by a woman who understands her pain. Today, women make up more than half of medical students. But there was once only one. She asked questions, faced humiliation, fell, rose, changed everything. She wasn't trying to be the first. She was making sure she wouldn't be the last. This was the story of Elizabeth Blackwell, the girl who fought the world with a stethoscope in one hand and courage in the other. She didn't just change medicine. She changed what it meant to be a woman. This is Cocoon Tales, where struggle becomes strength and ordinary people become immortal. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more real-life stories that inspire.